turn my sound volume down. Nibbler. John. Thank you for the resub, my guy. The game was rigged. Bengals forever. Dude, that was a really, really wild game. Like, really wild. It tripped me out, to be honest. When you guys saw my post on it, I won a lot of money on that game. I was stressed in the second half. I was like really stressed in the second half. I kind of feel like the Bengals got hosed. I'm not gonna lie, like no joke. It felt like they got hosed. But that hose put $1,800 in my pocket, so I'll take it. Someone just asked me if this is viewable only on Twitter in Stack Labs. We have people, we have people on both, right? I kind of forget that there are people on Twitter, to be honest with you. And sometimes that's where the most amount of viewers are. I forget which stream it was. There was like 1,600 viewers on Twitter. Yeah, YouTube as well. It's exciting. So this is kind of a test run. I didn't really promo this stream. Just got a new design. I want to play around with a few things and just do a market update because the big one's tomorrow. I think you need to post a Twitch link when you post your stream on Twitter so people know you're live on Twitch. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I used to have a, like up in the top of the corner of the screen, I had a notice that was like, if you're chatting on Twitter live, I can't see you. So come to Twitch or come to Telegram. Tessie, what's up? First time chatter, always a good time. So, got some exciting news today about the Raw airdrop. Hey, Kaz is here. What's up? About the Raw airdrop, so that's exciting. Most of us will be getting that because we've been talking about it way before February 6th or 7th or whatever it was. More blood. You shut your mouth. I am like a little shocked at the histrionics here, though. This is what I drew last week and what I shared on Kaz's stream. Silver, what's up? And I don't understand why people are freaking out, like usual. But that's just me. All right. Is this tripping anybody out yet? I'm facing a different direction on the screen, right? Yeah, we got the tickers up top. Pretty nice. For the CME gap, yeah, all right, I can see that. I don't pay attention to that anymore. What is the price on the CME gap, Silver? While you're telling me that, I'll take this off so people don't get confused. Looks like I just said long here into resistance. That's not what I'm saying. 48, yeah, all right. That's not bad. I could go for that. As we said last week when we were talking, any high or low in this entire area, even all the way down to this A line at 38, I'm not bearish. I would start to get bearish here, and a breakdown below the lows would be I'll see you guys next cycle, right? Like, it's not going to be good if we can't hold this area. The volatility has been crazy today, though. Actually, I mean, ES doesn't know what it's doing. Bitcoin doesn't know what it's doing. Ethereum doesn't know what it's doing. How about the dollar? Dollar continues to rise. Like, why would be my question. This was so nice. This breakdown from resistance. We talked about this a while ago. Yeah, ES and NQ are trading like shitcoins. It's unbelievable. The tickers are pretty nasty, though, aren't they? It's kind of nice to have these up here. That way I can, like, pop into other stuff and it won't matter. I can pull up Deck Screener. Won't matter. You can still see the price. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, by the way, I'm facing into the screen. I'm facing into the screen. I'm slightly pulled back. I don't know. I think it looks better. All this, you're a boomer. Dude, you're 12 years younger than me. Well, I don't know how much, like 10 years younger than me. So far as I've been following, the market dumped a bit because the Ukrainian president said Russia would invade on the 16th, but it turned out to be fake news. Is this what we do now? Like, seriously, is this what we do? That's fine. I don't personally enjoy it a bunch to be like, oh, let's all just speculate. The QCP Capital Broadcast Market Update just came out. I'm reading it. Wow. Yeah, so as I'm your junior international foreign correspondent. Let me pull up this, even though it's brutal to look at. Turn it off. We have, go to higher impacts, FOMC minutes here. This is Wednesday at 1 p.m. You have FOMC minutes. Okay. UK inflation, Canadian inflation, retail sales month over month on Wednesday. It's going to be pretty wild, okay? For a while. The dollar strengthening is a little bizarre to me. Like, yeah, they're gonna hike interest rates, but all we've seen is inflation being out of control. You're gonna try, it's not really working. I don't know. Let me get back to my thoughts so I don't just like rip extemporaneously here, but moral of the story is breaking this downtrend line from the top is a big deal. Just like when we talked about it on the other side, it was a big deal as well. Okay, when we lost this area, we lost the trend or the channel. And that's when we said at the very least we're going to test the other side, and we were 100% right. So we broke this side. Great. Just remember what matters as all this bullshit starts. I mean, I think I tweeted it like 3 times last week. Oh, did you sell the news event that you don't understand again? Like, what are you doing? Raoul Paul said the same thing. In my 30 years trading markets, here's how you play world volatility and world events. You don't. A lot of armchair quarterbacks, a lot of armchair analysis. In fact, that's why I even put like the name of this stream as like the Russia/Ukraine analysis stream. I'm bullshitting, guys. Like, we're not going to talk about that. You just do. What is there to be gained from it? It's going to be, it is what it is, right? It's just going to, how it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Cause I'm going to start tweeting fake news, see if it catches on. You should, man. Like, I just don't get why people are so consumed by this. What makes more of a difference? Inflation or Russia and Ukraine? And they're happening at the same time, right? I've said this a lot since I've been streaming, and I hope you take this to heart because it's 100% true. You will never, ever be the first person to catch worldwide news, ever. You can try everything you like, unless the news is happening to you. Like, if you happen to live in Ukraine and you hear the first, bomb drop, I don't know what the hell the fucking procedure is, but like, then maybe you'll have it and you can act on that news. Short of that, you're never going to be able to. So expending time trying is pretty dumb. Understanding like the geopolitical things that go into like why Russia's doing this, yeah, that's intriguing. But like, are you telling me that you're smart enough to take that information and translate it into your crypto trading? I don't think you are. All due respect. And my thought has always been, and this goes back to trading equities, okay? Not even crypto. But it's even more relevant for crypto. Everything price related. Every news event, every earnings event, every partnership announcement, everything is already reflected in price. People have information. When they have actionable information, they act upon it. And you see it reflected in the price. And they continue to do so. Being on Drudge Report all day, or God forbid, CNN or Fox or whatever the hell you choose to look at, it's not going to do anything for you. Like, if you need something to pass a day, man, go nuts. Go nuts. But if everything's baked into price, if that's our premise, which it should be for you, okay? It should be for you. Because if you try to become Nibbler, I'm your junior international foreign policy correspondent. Okay, like, wonderful for you. If you try to be that guy, you're going to lose. Thanks, Anti-Lion. I like how the camera's pulled back a little bit too. It looks like I'm not like all up in your face. If you try to do that, you're going to lose. So if we assume that every single thing that can happen is currently baked into this price, let's look at what the chart is showing us. That's it. A lot of times people will ask me, so what do you think about this? And I'm like, it's like when my wife asked me about paint colors and like shades of colors. I'm like, yeah, it's gray, sweet. It is what it is. If we just take a step back and look at the price, what do we have? We have a downtrend from the top, from the literal top, which of course was $69,000 because crypto, at the end of the day, a bunch of 14-year-olds trading it. We had a downtrend. We had a series of lower highs and lower lows. A series of lower highs and lower lows. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, blah, blah, blah. And based on the most relevant information that we have right now, we got a break of the downtrend. And now we're trying to form a higher low. Right? For what it's worth, Russian inflation growth, yeah, that's great. That's great. I don't really care. I don't care. It was going to happen anyway, right? Or it wasn't. And it just is what it is. So chasing those news stories and being the first one to act upon it, like very rarely can you act upon it. You know which one I did act upon? Walmart rolling out Litecoin. Okay. That was, when I saw the headline, I was like, get the fuck out of here. And then I saw, no, that's bullshit. And I shorted that thing a ton. Thank you, Deregulated. Looking fresh today. Feeling good too, man. I like this look. By the way, I'm redesigning the entire stream completely. Graphics, colors, everything. I'm paying to get a new logo. It'll be like a week. I'm looking forward to that. It'll look even better. But right now, I think this is an upgrade. I paid like $1,000 to a designer, so I hope it doesn't suck. But really, what moderator setting said that? I don't know. So moral of the story is, whatever did or did not break the DTL, whatever did or did not break the downtrend, we got a break of the DTL. We got a little bit of a higher high, but if you look at Ethereum, we didn't. Okay, Ethereum didn't get it. Bitcoin we did. Bitcoin we did. Ethereum we didn't. Ethereum had been leading for the longest time, and now they're not. Right? So my question is, any sort of high or low in this area, which, since Kaz is here, I'll bring it up. Kaz has the same thing I do. This area. If we get any sort of high or low in this area, there's nothing to worry about. I don't care if Putin and whoever the hell the president of Ukraine is get into an arm wrestling contest on the border of their countries. Like, it does not matter. Whatever happens. And Putin breaks his arm. Who gives a shit? If we get a high or low in this area, bullish. Bullish. Any sort of high or low in anywhere in here, bullish. That's it. That's how much I'm monitoring the news right now. Anything, bullish. Thanks. Good shit. This is a little more concerning because it rode the DTL for like a couple days and then broke down. And we're just like, we keep getting wicked in here. So I don't really know what the fuck's going on there. And this still looks like trash. But Kaz is an art collector now. Always has been, bro. Always has been. ETH BTC kind of looks like a bag of dicks. Yeah, man, I did. Actually, I think I sent that in the Telegram today. It looks really good. It looks really good. Attack XXT bag. Is XXT here? Tornado Airton. By the way, I should say this, and I'll add this to my. Yeah, can you send me some of the other shit that looks terrible, Kaz? There he is. What's up, XXT? It does look really, really good. It looks really good. I was shocked at how good that stuff works. XXT bag's your biggest shiller in the shower. Well, thank you, man. So basically 9.5K CME next one Arcana? Probably, dude. Probably. I'm most concerned about this. Ethereum looks like trash. Is it too late to get into Juno? Absolutely not. Does that look like a chart you sell? I wouldn't sell that chart. We'll talk about Juno though. There's a lot of shit to talk about. There's a lot of stuff to talk about with Juno, Raw, the airdrops. And oh, by the way, since there's 50 of you here that I can see, and probably double that on Twitter, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Christ, I think it's 3 p.m. I gotta check now. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna confirm it. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. right here, Cosmos co-founder, Juno Core 1 team contributor, Sommelier co-founder, Jack Zamplin will be on tomorrow with me talking about Juno, talking about Cosmos, talking about Sommelier, talking about everything you want to know. 3 p.m. Central. 3 p.m. Central. Let me pull up my calendar and make sure I'm getting this right, because now I'm like, oh my God, am I fucking this up? I better not be. $3 p.m. Central. I got it. 3 p.m. Central tomorrow, right here. So like 25 hours from right now, we will have a co-founder of Cosmos, core team contributor, right here. You don't want to miss that, dude. Like literally, we have brought you more alpha on Cosmos and Juno than probably any other group out here. And we're bringing one of the guys here to talk, all right? Pretty sick. And I can't say who it is. We have already had more of the core team say yes. They're willing to come on the show. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to jinx it. But the reason why I'm tightening up the stream, making it look better, making things look smoother, we're about to get a lot of fucking high-profile guests, all right? It's going to be really, really fun. So smash the like and subscribe button, all that fucking bullshit. You guys know where to find me. Join the Telegram room if you're not a part of it. But yeah, Juno is not dead at all. I mean, it's $27. We were talking about it when it was $8. 100x Lev, long. How many kids do I have? I have one. A boy. He's 4. He's smart as fuck. It's tripping me out, actually, how smart he is. So, Bitcoin's fine. Ethereum kind of looks like shit. ETH BTC, I mean, there's no reason for it to stop right now, just out of curiosity. Or just out of, just to point out. There's no reason for it to stop. It could stop at 0.64. I think you actually are probably going to see it down here. It's very much Bitcoin season right now. How are you so good at networking? Can you teach me, please? Bro, I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm not a dick. I mean, like, I'm a dick, just not towards people, right? So I think generally speaking, people are like, oh, you know, yeah, I'll go to there. Okay, price prediction for Juno, price prediction for Neta. Like, you're getting me off track, but I guess we can go talk about Cosmos anyway. Diver 84, small D, possibly. Respectable, that's what I'd say, respectable. When you understand what Juno is and what it isn't, Juno is a top 25 token. Juno is the top 25 token in all of crypto. What's 25 right now? I did this the other day on Kaz's stream, but it's worth the conversation. 25 is Bitcoin Cash. Perfect. There you go. That's my first target on Juno. And Juno is developing quite a lot. Breaking news. Owning and staking Juno increases your T and your D, apparently. Bro, Nibbler, for real though. Your flashbang. By the way, so I have my lights off in my office. I have a light there adding to me and then the lights in the background. Just because I like to have it dark in my office. I flashbang myself just by having lights on in my office. This is better. All right. So Juno, 2750. I think 150 is low, actually. But you know, it is what it is. Let's talk about the Raw airdrop. The gift that keeps on giving, because we have been staked and earning just an obscene amount of Juno. Again, we've been staking since it was $8. If you're new to Stacked, if you're new to Stack Labs, if you're new to me, we were talking about Juno when it was not cool to talk about Juno, right? In a lot of ways, we were the reason why Juno got a lot of groundswell. And then people, so here's what I always say about Juno. We didn't do anything about it. What we did was bring awareness for people to look into it. And that's ultimately what I always say. Like when I talk about alts, I go, look, this is my thesis. You're gonna have to go convince yourself, right? Every single person that I've seen and had look into Juno has come back and been like, this shit is way too good. Is this for real? Yes. Yes, it is. So even though we've had this volatility, and again, like look at what Bitcoin's done over the past couple days. 46 to 42. And Juno went from 31 to 27. Where every other alt has gotten crushed. I didn't see this wick at 32.50. The most I really ever saw was about 31. So now we have this raw airdrop. And what is raw? Who knows what raw is? Juno Dexcoin. See, the problem is I hate when I ask these questions because I know the Juno team watches this fucking stream. So like, I got to be real careful not to say shit wrong because I'll get pinged and they'll be like, hey man, you're explaining it wrong. Yeah. Hey bro, you're explaining it wrong. Yeah. So fundamentally, yeah, the best way to put it, John just kind of said it. Even though John had one of the worst takes that I've seen, which is light mode is OP on TradingView, which is atrocious, and I'm thinking about banning John for even saying that. Raw is to Juno swap what Osmo is to Osmo. You go, but Osmo's on osmosis. Why would it be different? Why would it be different? Well, the incentives on Juno swap are going to be paid out in raw, not Juno. So this team that's already an absolute world beater designed an incentive structure that is not going to deflate the fuck out of Juno, guys. Like, they're getting everything right. They're getting everything right. Fair launched. No VCs. Juno Chads, rise up. Damn right. Good to have you here, Dunnies. They're getting everything right. The problem with Osmo is that the incentivized LPs are paid out in Osmo, which deflates Osmo. You know what I do every day when I check my LPs on Osmo and I see that I have more Osmo? You know what I do? I sell it. Hell yeah, Dunnies. You got a long ride to go. Long ride left. Juno's not done. This is the year of the Cosmos. Every day that I look into Cosmos a little bit more, I get a little bit more excited. Every single time. Because they're doing, I've said this all the time, okay? I've said this all the time. Cosmos is what ETH 2.0 wants to do at the speed of Solana. Okay? Juno is, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like, it is unbelievable. Juno's getting all this stuff right. It's fast as Solana, and they're the interchain. The interchain token, right? CosmWasm, the home of CosmWasm, interchain smart contracts. They're what ETH 2.0 wants to be with how they're going to connect all their shards for lateral scalability. That's what ETH 2.0 is trying to do, guys. I'm trying to produce this video right now that starts at Bitcoin and runs all the way to Juno and everything in between. And it's, every time I start writing about it, I'm like, fuck, I have to include more. This is turning into a half-hour long video. But from Bitcoin to Juno and everywhere in between, and Juno has gotten every piece of it right. 12-year vesting, 12-year inflation, team tokens put away on the side. Like, it's beautifully perfect. It's not going anywhere. Selling my dog to get a Juno bag. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Cosmos. Cosmos plus EV. I like that too. Weekly JP stream Juno purchase. Like, what's funny, I do look and like I noticed this shit go up while I stream, and I feel bad about that because I don't want to do that. Not out of reach. Duckomo, what's up, buddy? I mean, if you're gonna do Cosmos, do it with a K. Yeah, these market caps are values are with the market down 40%. And I personally think the bottom is in on Bitcoin. I personally do. I don't think I've streamed since I mentioned this in my Telegram room. Which, by the way, if you want to join the Telegram room, that's the link. You would be absolutely floored at the people who are in that Telegram room that don't talk, but are always watching. Be a part of it. Don't be a part of it. Your call. But last Friday, I think I brought up that I would call him my mentor. The person who taught me the most about trading. Pinged me out of nowhere. He does not trade crypto, but he knows I do, and I've done very well with it. Okay. I've known him for 8 years now. Okay. And he pinged me out of nowhere and said, "These are my targets for Bitcoin if it does not give up the recent lows." Okay, so the caveat of this target was we cannot lose this because that will throw everything off. Okay, he's essentially calling this one big support level. This guy is a quantitative analyst. He manages hundreds of millions of dollars and is the smartest person I know in trading. I can't say his name. He wouldn't want me to say his name. I'm not going to give you his Twitter handle, but he's a very good friend of mine. He and I talk all the time. And he gave me his target for Bitcoin if these lows hold. And the conservative target was $192,000. Okay. He does not trade crypto. In fact, talks a lot of shit about crypto. And that was his conservative target. And let me tell you, he was the same guy when Nvidia was $28, was like, this is a $400 stock. And I was like, fuck off, dude. And look where we got. Okay. He is a long-term macro quantitative analyst. And not like on the next move, Tessie, on the next move. Okay. So essentially, if we don't surrender the lows, it can move up again and we get like a breakout of recent highs. That's when that move wouldn't stop until a lot fucking higher. And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Now, the reason why I'm telling you he doesn't trade crypto and he certainly doesn't own Juno, which you guys just asked me, no, he doesn't own Juno. I've given him a ton of gold-plated setups in crypto and he's like, nope. One, he doesn't want to mess around with any of his licenses, okay? Like he manages real money in the real world and it could really screw him up. So he doesn't fuck with it. Like, not that there's anything illegal now, but he doesn't want to, like, any hint of impropriety and he's out. And so he doesn't trade crypto, but he watches it and really, really liked the structure of the moves since we broke out of all-time high. And it's, again, I don't know what quants do. I really don't understand. I just know the guy's like a fucking wizard. Like, he doesn't even need charts, but he learned how to chart as well, okay? So him coming out of nowhere to tell me that makes me, like, rethink things and go, from a macro perspective, why would that be? And like, I say don't play the shit that's happening in the world, and I mean that. I really don't want you to. But look what's happening with gold right now, guys. Look what's been happening with gold since all this shit's gone down, with inflation being crazy and with geopolitical things happening that are happening. This is a cup with handle on gold. It goes back 11 years. 11 years. I know a lot of you are young, okay? Not all of you, but I know a lot of you are young. And so you've probably been playing the crypto game and not messing around with equities or things that develop bases over this length of time or chart patterns. I just have to tell you that this is probably the strongest chart in the world. Okay? This is probably the strongest chart in the world. Anything. Crypto, equities, commodities. This is the strongest chart in the world. Is it? Interesting, Fraser. He said gold calls, cheap implied volatility. All right, interesting. Who knows when it breaks out? But as we've said before, and I think Kaz tweeted it, Bitcoin is a commodity more than it is anything else. But it trades like a high beta stock, like the S&P 500 or the NQ. The time for Bitcoin is now, okay? Inflation running away from us. China created a virus that locked us all down for 2 years. Russia is going to invade the Ukraine because they're economically threatened and it's forcing their hand into making a move into Ukraine. All right, that's too long, didn't read. Which makes currency a lot more volatile, right? And then you look at this chart and you go, if Bitcoin's a commodity, digital gold, and we actually get a run on inflation, a run where it gets like the 80s in the USA, what's going to happen to Bitcoin? And I think that's like, I've never been one of those people that saw people that saw people on Twitter calling for $250,000 Bitcoin and been like, yes, that's what we're gonna get. I've never once thought that. I've always been like, that's fucking ridiculous. Right now, look around, man. Not so ridiculous. There is an employment shortage in the United States. People can't keep their employees. But inflation's going through the roof. The housing market's starting to tip. Dunnies, no joke. I bought ammo in the last 2 weeks. No joke. A lot of it. Yeah. So Kaz was messaging me just now on Telegram to say that this is a more appropriate target for Juno, and I appreciate his optimism. Essentially, what he's saying is what Solana BNB's market cap now is what Solana's was when it was at its peak. So to compare Juno with Solana is to compare Juno against BNB, and like that's a target, right? Dunnies, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. I think you'll find that I do not really give an F. I usually just swear, and I didn't now. And so you'll get some pretty raw takes from me, and I probably offend people too, but I don't really care. So it is what it is. But back to the point at hand. The situation where gold and commodities and store of values have a run is happening right now. There is no other way that like things could fall into place. Now, let me give you the other side of this because I think it's worth talking about. There is a situation where Bitcoin doesn't do what it's supposed to do. There's a situation where Bitcoin doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And that could be very bad. That's right. John said, so it's a test for BTC, right? If it trades like gold or whatever, or if it trades like risk assets. Yes. And it needs, if it falls out of high volatility, high beta equities and doesn't land in commodities, Bitcoin goes to zero, like no joke. All right. Which, by the way, I'll do this reminder again. I'm going to do it a lot as I stream. Tomorrow, 24 and a half hours from right now, I'll be streaming with Jack Zamplin from Cosmos and Highlander. So if you have Cosmos questions, if you have things you want me to ask, let me know here. Come into the Stack Labs room. Let me know. I have a ton of questions, but you know, do you want to hear my questions? Or do you want to hear your own? Let me know. But anytime you can get a co-founder of Cosmos, a Core One team contributor to Juno, co-founder of Sommelier, like it's going to be a fun conversation. So that's tomorrow. But this is the time where Bitcoin needs to shine. And the thing is, if we didn't have the exposure that we've had over the past 2 years, because again, guys, like March of 20, we're coming up on 2 fucking years of this shit. The exposure crypto in Bitcoin has had over the last 2 years has gotten so many more people interested. I've told the story a lot. I'll retell it now because we had a lot of people here. I belong to a country club. I'm a big golfer. Okay. I'm older than most of you. And 2 summers ago, when like Bitcoin was starting to have its little run, I had guys in their 50s and 60s buying me beers at the bar, being like, tell me about Bitcoin. That's 2 years ago. And it's only continued to go ever since then. Like you never would have gotten that in 2017. That was before it really broke out. I mean, it was over 20, but it wasn't where it was, right? So there's more awareness now. We also just got off a Super Bowl where how many crypto commercials were there last night? Does anybody know? Was it like 10? So there's more awareness than ever, which is exactly what we want to have happen. It's not that the boomers are coming to save us, but like it or not, man, they have all the money. And if you're a boomer and you're sitting there going like, my dollar is getting devalued day by day. Yes, I'll buy gold. Yes, I'll buy other commodities because that's what I've been trained to do. However, I'm going to throw a couple percent into this Bitcoin thing. That's a big deal. Okay. It's why I've said on this all the time that this is probably my hottest take. This is my hottest take. I've said all the time that this is the institution institutional buy level right in here. And my hot take was, I feel bad for crypto OGs. I'm not an OG. I'm 2019. But so many of the crypto OGs that you see on Twitter that have been around forever, that have hundreds of thousands of followers, all they know is Bitcoin bumps and then it goes down to like zero and I'll see you again in a few years. But there's never been this level of awareness and people interested in actually using Bitcoin for what it is, right? So we're getting that now. And there's levels of support that never showed up before. So while you hear your OGs, I'm not going to say them by name because eventually I'll piss one of these people off and I don't need that kind of flack. But like, you know who I'm talking about. The guys that are like, oh my God, I worship X, Y, and Z. And everything they say about crypto, they have no idea what is going to happen now. All they're saying to you is crypto goes to zero after it's had a pump. This is a pump, it's going to zero. But now there's new money. Now there's new awareness. There's people coming in. David, you and me, baby. I mean, I'm technically October of 2019. But when I got guys, country club guys, like not usually the people you think buying Bitcoin, that are asking me about it and buying me drinks at the bar after we play around of golf. And then you hear about, you know, the micro strategies and all the other shit that people are using. And then you have countries onboarding. Like there's a new paradigm here. So that's why I think there's an institutional buy level here. The other thing that this lines up with TA and trading, retail buys here, okay? Retail buys here because they think it's going to the moon. Institutions buy here and they layer in on the way up, okay? That's how institutions build positions. I know you guys would all love to think that when an institution says, I'm gonna YOLO in with $30 million, that they just do it all at once. They do not, right? They do not. That's right. Long live Simba is 100% right. TWAP. Who here doesn't know what TWAP means? And you can ask questions here. Don't be afraid to be dumb. Do you know what TWAP means or not? Do you? Post it, bro. Post it. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not one of those guys who's like, fuck you, get out of my stream. Don't post your shit. I don't care. Nobody pays me to do this. I'm not doing this for anything other than myself. Please, if it can help us, assuming you're not a scammer, I'm assuming you're not, post your thread. I don't care. Yes, David, time-weighted average. Essentially, you're saying, I'm going to take X amount of position. I'm going to do it over a length of time, not necessarily at a price. Yeah, you can TWAP in and out, right? XXT bag, I'm blocking that. That's right. So essentially, you say, I'm going to take this amount of price and I'm just going to get in over X amount of time. It's essentially like a condensed DCA, dollar cost average, over a certain amount of time. That's how they get positions. It does not make sense for them to do it as price is doing this, okay? Woo, it doesn't. And unlike all of retail and most of the people in crypto, they were not FOMOing here either. Unless you're talking about Saylor. That fucking guy buys anywhere he wants. But they wait for a logical support level, of which this is it. It's a 50% breakout over previous all-time highs. It's exactly the kind of place that institution would look, and they start layering in bids, and they do it over a length of time. So there were institutions that bought here and they probably added here, and then they added here, and then they sold up here. Like that's how they work if they were doing it. Or quite frankly, they probably didn't even sell. They're adding more down here. So even if you're a big fish, I'm not going to say a whale, even if you're a big fish, because whales are like Kobe's a whale. Okay. Even other rich people on crypto Twitter are not whales. Okay, you got a couple 10, 20, $30 million, not a whale. If that's your net worth, I mean, right? As much as we love to believe that we move markets as big fish, we do not. We do not. Okay? We got a break of a trend We're trying to form a higher low. And this is the gold chart. And you can see what's happening with the dollar, and you see what's happening with monthly inflation. Are you really telling me you're bearish right now? I'm not saying I'm right, but my name is Plus EV. Plus EV stands for plus expected value. Essentially, I'm taking a hypothesis on something, and I think that there is a plus expected value, meaning over a certain set of trials, it's going to break in my favor. It is very much plus EV to own Bitcoin right now. I'm bearish on looks, bro. A lot of people made so much money on looks. I never really bought it. I bought it a little bit after it already ripped. Like I sold my airdrop and then I ended up buying more, and then I lost after I bought more. But yeah, looks is... BAP in the Telegram. Gold is boomers Bitcoin. Drake used BTC to gamble on his boys in the Super Bowl. All right. You're already following me. Well, damn it. I'm looking for more followers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here, man. Tell your friends. I figured out a workaround for mine, Kaz, and it was dangerous. So if you want me to tell you how to do it, I can tell you how to do it. But look at the volatility even since I've been on here, by the way. Woo, whoop. Nobody knows. Right now, I'm getting people asking me about Bitcoin and about crypto because I had a lot of friends, probably like you, who at the top reached out to me and were like, yo, I'm going to get into crypto. What should I buy? And I was like, it's the top, man. The reason why I know it's the top is you're asking me about this. The best advice I can give you is now is the time to dollar cost average into shit. Okay? It just is. Am I guaranteeing Bitcoin goes up? No. Do I think it's a better likelihood than down? I do. Right? But whatever. I don't think it's a bad idea to DCA with fiat into Bitcoin. Truth Law says, I feel like we need a nice nuke on the market. Why? Like, when you say the market, what do you mean? I always wondered about you guys. Flashbang, I've yet to be flashbanged today. Because you want to know why? Actually, I don't know if I can do that. I have to look to see if my account is logged in on Juno. It was. Because Juno Swap has dark mode. Oh my god. Literally the greatest thing ever. So remember, raw airdrop coming. I forget what day it is. I tweeted it. I don't even remember what it was. 28th. Sweet. We got 2 weeks until the raw airdrop. And I will say this. I will encourage every single one of you here. Every single one of you here. Research Juno. Research Juno. Understand how Cosmos works. If you see a bear case, hit me up on Telegram. I'll bring you on the show. You can talk about it. Is Juno my biggest bag? Flashbang. Made it this far without being flashbanged. Is Juno my biggest bag? Juno is my biggest alt bag, yes. By the way, I found a website that I had not seen before, and I don't know if Steph is here or not, but what is DAO Up? It's a way to crowdsource through DAO. I saw Wolf retweeted this. Highlander, you sneaky bastard. Already following, of course. Well, something happens in 2 days. Don't flashbang, don't flashbang. Nice. Again, all built through Juno, folks. Really? It's pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet. All right, I just got to note that I'm frozen. Am I frozen to anybody else? From actually Highlander. No. All right. Well, that's good. Not here. All right. It's that fucking Scottish internet he's got. Yeah, so DAO upcoming. I saw Wolf retweeted this earlier. And DAO, dude. So again, open invitation. If you can look into Juno and the part that it's about to play for Cosmos and the entire interchain, which I need to get my brain around just saying the interchain, okay? Fucking Cos, if you're still there, we got to stop referring to it as Cosmos. Just, it's the interchain, okay? If you can get your head around Juno and understand its role in the interchain, and you have a bearish take on it, hit me up. Twitter, Telegram, message in here. We'll talk offline. I'll bring you on. You can make your bear case. Haven't found one yet. Fair launched. It is what ETH 2.0 wants to be at the speed of Solana. What's the proper way to stake Juno? Clicking the stake button brings me to a list of validators. You got to pick a validator, man. You got to pick a validator. Highlander Nodes is our friend of Stack Telegram, Stack Labs. We all pretty much stake to him because he's a good dude. And he hard shilled me into Juno to begin with. So I wouldn't be here. I would have never shilled Kaz into it. Kaz probably wouldn't have shilled a lot of y'all into it. Like, this all starts with Highlander, man. So he has a validator, Highlander Nodes. Shout out, show him some love. Yes, he makes money on that. There's a commission when you stake the Highlander Nodes. It's 5%. It's very reasonable. The dude's helping secure the Juno network and he deserves it. So stake with Highlander. Or don't. I mean, just, you know. Yeah, you're welcome. Adam having putting in a shift too, though, man. Like, looks not bad. Little triple bottom down here. We're getting some life out of the old dog. Like, look at this. They don't know what they want to do. Just so you know, for those of you keeping score at home, this is typically what accumulation looks like. Yeah, long live Simba. For real. There has not been a bad time to buy the dip on Juno after like December. I think one of the best uses or the best like bull cases for Juno was when I brought BAP in, who's like a Bitcoin maxi type, the good kind, not the shitty kind. And he started learning about Juno and he was like, it's pretty good. And he does not give glowing reviews very often. So yeah, pretty good. Fuck yeah, Simba. I love it, man. You know, it's funny. I wonder how many of those people actually bought when I was shilling it. And I'm very glad to hear you got it $7-8, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. So you're feeling good, feeling great. Yeah, David, I bought, but clearly not enough. I think I did, to be honest. So again, if you look at the vesting schedule of Juno, and we got like a couple hundred people here if you include Twitter. The vesting schedule is bananas, right? The vesting schedule is bananas. So 50% of the supply is going to come out this year. And then the next 11 years will be the remaining 50%. So from Advent, which was October, so end of September, October, all the way to the end of this year will be the initial fair drop plus emissions. And then for the following 11 years, the same amount of Juno that happened from October 1st to September 30th will come out over the next 11 years. So yeah, I'd stake. I don't think I ever gave my price target on Neta, but a lot. This is so undervalued. I can't even really begin to articulate what I think happens with Neta, because he'll be like, fuck off. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing him in the chat. I'm not going to verbalize it because I don't want to break it. But pretty damn good, okay? Pretty damn good. David, Neta could easily see Wi-Fi 75K vibes. Docomo, 50K. I don't know if it hits 75. I don't know if it hits 50. But I know it's going up a hell of a lot from here. Somebody asked about time frame, the end of February. Because there's a lot of stuff they're going to do with Neta, but they're not going to do it until the claim window is done. The claim window for Neta is between now and the end of this month. So you got 14 more days. Halfway through right now. There's 32,950 Neta in total. Right now, 31,502 have been claimed. If not another one is claimed between now and the end of the month, the final total supply of Neta is 31,502. And then you actually look about what they're trying to do and what Neta will be to the Juno eco, and you don't own enough. I don't care how much you have. You don't own enough. I have said that my goal is to eventually own 1% of supply of Neta. 1%. I'm not there yet. Yeah, Simba, dude. If you can find one, let me know. That's honestly the biggest bear case for Juno is I have not heard a well-articulated bear case for Juno, which is some real weird mental gymnastics to go through to get to that. But it's for real. Okay? It's for real. Like, it can't be this good. But it is. Go read about it, dude. Like, I've spent hours. Again, I've known about this since like November. Okay, so I've spent 4 months essentially reading about this. And I've yet to find a bear case. I guess the bear case would be like interchain wide, okay? Like if there was some flaw in the Cosmos SDK which caused everything to go fucked, like then yeah, not good. But that's not really a Juno bear case, that's an interchain bear case, right? Right now, like, honest to God, like yeah, exactly. And now we have it because we've seen, you know, the breakdowns and shit. But like, I remember buying this breakout and being like, this thing's going to $1,000. Yeah. So the funny part, let's just real quickly, you guys talk about Neta in the chat. Like, there's such small supply that it's not going to take much to move it. Yeah, Wakame, no shit. Everybody did, myself included. I bought a ton. I really laid in at $13 though. So like I was acquiring at 7, 8, and then I like at 13, I was like, okay, I'm not fucking around anymore. And I moved in a lot. I tell you what, if you are a Solana maxi, you better hope that the crypto market doesn't fall apart because it is on a knife edge of some real bad shit. It is on a knife edge of some really bad stuff. So like best case scenario, $60, maybe 25, maybe 25. I just pulled up Masari.io/news is a great place to check the news aggregator. Juno is the next soul, 100%. I can confirm that. 74% of stolen funds from ransomware attacks went to Russian affiliated wallet addresses in 2021. So I guess we can say that Russia's bullish on crypto, right? I love how your bear case for BNB is CZ's going to jail. Maybe. ADA, just no. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why ADA. Eeh. 10% of the worldwide supply of BTC is in Russia. Didn't know that. I mean, do you have a source for that? I'd be curious to know what that is. Juno equals good coin. Yeah, so like that's the thing, like the true altruism. And I'll be honest, like I'm probably going to ask Jack this tomorrow because the DAO concept is central to the interchain. And Cosmos specifically, I mean, DAO, that's going to be interchain DAO, right? So you can essentially have a DAO across multiple app chains within the interchain, okay? Try to stay with me. And I'll be honest, like every time I've heard of a DAO or like some shit going on with a DAO, I've always thought to myself like, yeah, that's cute. That's nice. But I've never really cared. Like, it's a DAO. Okay, we can all vote. But like, I guess it's probably because my brain always goes to like VCs or the creator or the team, whatever, have so much of it that like it's a DAO in name only. We're like, yeah, we're going to vote. But like 8 guys have 60% of supply. So they're just do whatever the fuck they want. Right. And that's kind of how I feel about it. But that's not the vibe I'm getting about DAO. And certainly not Juno, because Juno was airdropped to Atom stakers, right? Like if you were staking Atom heavily, you have a ton of Juno from the fair drop, right? And if you decided to stake from there and secure a validator, you have a shitload more. But my feeling is that like they truly mean what they say about DAOs and how they can be revolutionary. So I'm curious to see what they'll do with that, because every other time I've looked at a DAO, I've thought to myself, like, that's a cute marketing ploy. The community fucking votes. But it actually is that way now, which is pretty wild. Am I staking my whole Juno bag? No, not all of it. But over 2/3 of it, and it's a lot. I think the main reason why I haven't staked all of my Juno is that I like to buy Neta. And the largest pool is Juno Neta. Where is Neta in Keplr wallet? So it'd be under Juno, and you have to add the Neta token. There's plenty of, yeah, it's not a bad idea to like, look, as bullish as I am on Juno, like staking a large sum of money that you don't have access to for 28 days, pretty silly. So don't do that. Right here. By the way, I finally launched a Discord server. Yay! Not really. I like Telegram a lot more, but a lot of people are helping me out with it. It's going to be nice. I'm going to put a lot of resources in there for you to go and view, like how to use my MACD indicator, some other resources to learn, you know, stuff from the past that I don't want to repeat constantly. I can just refer you to it. And right now it's closed, but if you are a Twitch subscriber, you can get early access. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you can get early access whenever you want. And the main thing that I'm honest to God planning on doing with the Discord server, apart from being a place where you can just go look at like research and shit that I've done and talked about, so you can go read through it, is I want to create dedicated research teams where like people that have been a part of the community, people who, John goes gifting subs. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, so if you are a sub, get into the Telegram, send me a DM. I'll send you a personalized invite. When you get in, you have to connect your Twitch profile to your Discord account. And then it'll automatically give you access to like the private room. But the main idea of what I'm trying to do in there, because you guys know, look, I fucking hate Discord. I like Kaz's Discord, and like mine will be nice too. But what I want to do with it is create research teams. So if I've known you for a while, or you know an ecosystem really, really well, and you want to talk to me about it, I'm going to create teams that not everybody can view, or not everybody can type in, but everybody can view. And teams can go and do research and post like, all right, we have a Cosmos team, an Interchain team, Ethereum, Binance, Solana, Avalanche, whatever. And like when you post new stuff, you have a place to go look. And if you want to be a part of that research team, if you want to be a part of the family, let me know. But that's literally the only thing I plan on doing. It's just having one big collective. Now, well, who gets to be on a research team? How do you know they know what they're talking about? Well, that's why you got to talk to me. So if I don't know you, you're probably not getting on. If you aren't willing to hop on a call with me or have a conversation, you're not getting on, because I don't want somebody, like, all it takes is one bad actor getting in there and posting some fucking scam bullshit and we all get rugged, right? So not doing that. But I think the research team idea could be really, really interesting, where you have a bunch of people working together, posting what they find, and then we'll talk about it on this show every week. You know, from the desk or from the research desk or from the research team, and we can talk about it. Maybe bring people on from each research team to talk about what they found. I think that'd be really, really interesting. And again, I don't have any real dog in that fight, but I think it'd be fun to try, right? I think it'd be fun to try. Maybe it works, maybe it blows up in my face, but I do know this. The whole reason why I like getting the Stacked Labs is for the reason of, like, you know, how we got into Juno, okay? Highlander, believe it or not, I think this is right. Highlander, correct me if I'm wrong on this, he may not be watching, it's late in the UK. I think he and I connected from Adrian, from Crypto World Adventure, TWA token. And that was a long time ago. Thank you, X. Appreciate the sub. It goes in and out. Yeah, and again, by the way, Prime, you can sub through Amazon Prime for free. It doesn't cost you anything. So I don't know how to do it, but apparently if you're watching me on Twitch, there's like a button you can click to do it. I don't know how it works, but ask a friend. So anyway, Highlander and I think met back in Crypto World Adventure, TWA. And then he ended up, like, because I had Adrian on my stream a year ago when I started this, and I think he ended up joining the Telegram room when I started it. And then he and I started talking, and he joined the Telegram room, and I got to know him over the course of a year. And then he shilled me into Juno, okay? Like, that's how this shit happens. So what I want to do with the Discord server is essentially find an area where we can all come together and talk about it and have people that fact check this shit. So, like, if you have experience looking at smart contracts, I want you in my Discord server. Going, hey, we found this project. How's the contract look? Ah, looks like shit. All right. And the only downside of my Discord server is ultimately, man, I can't afford to have that shit be a democracy. It's going to be up to me. So be part of the community, and up to me meaning, like, whether or not you're allowed to be on research team and allowed to share shit, right? But I have a pretty big network. So, you know, hopefully a lot of you are interested in doing that. Right now, you can join the Discord server if you are a Twitch sub, and I'll open it up to everybody soon. I'm just getting it prepped and ready to go. So let me know if you want to get in. And Bap is here. What's up, dude? Bap is here. Thank you for all the subs, by the way. John, that was really cool, man. John rips off 10. I see Dunny's subs. I see Xavier subs. There's some other ones too. I'm sorry if I forgot who you are, but join the Telegram. Hit me up. Just a reminder. You'd be like, I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to be part of a community. Well, we were down here buying Juno under $8. So, you know, join, don't join. I don't know. Depends on if you want to make money. Don't want to, like, some people, you know, money isn't everything. In it for the culture, as they say. In it for the culture, as they say. You left Kaz's Discord. Fucking blasphemy, bro. That's the link to the Telegram. Dude, looks. Ugh. I'm not buying looks. Here's what I know. I know that looks. Flashbang. I know that looks has a team unlock in July. I know that Looks has a team token unlock in July, an investor token unlock in July. So whatever legs that Looks has, be out by July. That's as close to financial advice as I'll give you. Ah, bro, bad news. Yeah, Bap, I saw that too. Don't flashbang me. Ah, you bastard. trying to read with this Securities Act of 1933 and the Investment Company Act of 1940. I'm trying to understand what those are. But I will say this. It's a nice thing about crypto. I mean, BlockFi wipes their ass with $100 million. So I don't think they really care. So it's a bad look. I'm sure they'd rather have the $100 million than give it back. But like, I don't think they really give a fuck. He says it's a securities registration law. Basically, this is security and they didn't register it. Celsius, LEDN, Nexo, others will likely be hit with similar regulation. Well, I'll tell you what, 100 million of those cats are going to hurt a lot more. Not to BlockFi, which is too bad. Because it's going to cut off development. Here's the thing I would say too. This is like the first step in several steps of crypto regulation that stop people from being honest in crypto. Here's our new Hype Rage token, or whatever the hell that is, we got for the hype train. Thank you. Cheers to John for opening up a new emote for us. But I've said this all along, right? The idea of regulating crypto, I think, needs to happen. They're just going about it the wrong way. And eventually what it leads to is people who want to do the right thing not doing the right thing because the regulation is stupid. And it's set by people who don't understand what's going on. All right, they didn't register because they deemed it to be a security. How? Okay, so can BlockFi now be on an exchange? Can they? Like the NASDAQ? How much do you need to stake to qualify for airdrops? You know, Lucy, they've never actually said. I think that for Neta, it was 25. So again, I think it's arbitrary. It's you. Yeah, 25 is a good bet. But I think that usually is a function of how many people are included at that number and above. So if I were a betting person, no shit, I'd go more than 25. I'd go like 30 or 35, 32, because everybody thinks, oh, 25, I'll hit the number. And if they're going, we're going to give to X percentage of stakers, and everybody set the bar at 25 and the percentage moves above that, you just got left out. So like, I would think about a little bit more. Do a little bit more on that. Yeah, but liquid stakes coming, man. Also, I have not done any research on this. I alluded to it. I almost included it in my thread on Twitter the other day. But what is Quicksilver Protocol? Does anybody know offhand? Because it's something to do with liquid staking. And I don't know it. Maybe that's something we can ask Jack tomorrow. Which, by the way, since it's been a while since I've talked about it, literally 24 hours from right now, actually 23 hours and 55 minutes, we will have Jack Zamplin and our own Robert Highlander nodes on right here, twitch.tv/StackLabs. Okay. So if you have some questions for Jack or for Highlander, or certainly not me, you can get to my ass whenever you want. I'm just going to be conducting the interview tomorrow. Let us know. Because I'm going to be researching all night and all day tomorrow to make sure that we maximize the time that we have them. So anyway, 23 and a half hours from right now, or 23 hours and 55 minutes, a little more than that. We will have Jack Zamplin, Cosmos co-founder, former director of product at Tendermint, co-founder of Sommelier. Right here. And several more guests to come in the near future. Several more to come. It's not deflationary because it has a fixed amount, and that fixed amount is that amount. It just is not inflationary. So fixed supply. We're going to find the net. I mean, go to JunoSwap, junoswap.com, and then you can look there. Mintswap.io, I think. You can probably find it there too. Ugh. I just noticed that Scoob tagged me and said platinum also looks really good. That goes back to the gold thesis on commodities breaking out. $1 up. Apparently, Joey B tweeted about electric cars. So we got that. Tesla to the moon. You stake your Juno on JunoSwap. Just go to Kepler.app, KEPLR.app. Go down to Juno, click on it, click stake, pick validator. If you're taking my advice, choose Highlander Nodes because he's our boy that turned us all onto it. He has a validator on Juno, runs a node. So that'd be a good idea. All right, I see many of you blowing me up to join the Discord. I'll get to you in a bit. Again, I created a Discord. If you are a Twitch sub, you can join. Nice. $97 till infinity. Thank you for the sub. Sub with Prime. Easiest way to do it. Cheapest way to do it. I want to do one of those, like when people subs, like you get an animation, but I don't want it to be some like stupid bullshit. I want it to be funny and like random. I don't know how you design that. If anybody knows, hit me up. I think it'd be pretty cool. So this is, anyway, I just sent it to you. You can click on it there. But if you click here on the right side, blockchain stats, you can scroll up and down. So you got Cosmos, you got Osmo, there's actually Stargaze on here. And you can go through and check the relevant stats for all of them. Yeah, no problem. We're nothing but accommodating here at Stacked Labs. Diver, thank you. This has been climbing. You should go back and check some of the streams that Kaz has done, that I have done. And I remember when this was like 32%. You go, wow, 32 to 35. That's not a lot. When you're talking about the total amount of supply it is, like this has gone up a ton. Because again, like I said, 50% of supply comes out in year one, and then the remaining 11 years, the same amount is going to come out that comes out in year one. Now is the time to be staking Juno. It's why price is doing what it's doing. And this is so hysterically undervalued. I don't even know what to say. You go, oh my God, it's $1 billion token. How can that be undervalued? Yeah, Double G, next to your name, it says Prime Gaming. It's all right. I know you gave your sub to somebody else. A little dirty, but whatever. All right. If there's anything you want me to look at, do it now. So otherwise, I need to go prep for tomorrow. I'll go get a workout in. I think that Orkin is tomorrow. We had a taxi on last week. I'm pretty sure Orkin's tomorrow. I will be buying. I own VBTC. Zach. Yeah, sure. Why not? One last question. Don't you have to stake a lot of Juno on that node? No, you don't. You stake one if you want. Oh, not Avex. No, you don't. It's not. So like, oh, man, let's go. Dude. All right. So I don't know how to say his name, but Manice Loco has some hysterically funny tweet notifications. So every now and again, I'll tune into his stream. We just don't really stream at the same times and like sometimes off weekend. But dude, Manalesko, I'm so glad you're here. The stuff that you post whenever you go to stream, like BTC to 0, BTC to 1 million, like, hey, diddle, BTC to 60K, like this shit is hilarious. So we're getting a raid right now. Manias Loco is raiding with 120 people. Very, very cool. Thank you for doing that. And check him out. He streams crypto. He like has his whole screen up there too. And literally, it's funny. It's funny to watch. Like his BTC to 0. That was one today, right? Like every time you stream, I laugh pretty hard because you always have like a new thing that you say every day, and it literally makes me laugh. So good job on that. You get me every day with that. It's so good. It's so good. All right, we're gonna look at Zach really quick because I said I would. As with anything, guys, like you have to take a look at what you're trading against. So is it Zach BTC? Is it Zach ETH? Like, this is why I've pretty much always avoided Zach. Because look at this. It's very rarely made sense to own Zach versus Bitcoin. Like, yeah, it has its pumps, but like, look at it. It's pretty funny. Like, just not worth it. So don't do it. Manias Loco rating, appreciate you. He says BTC's going to 0. It might. This is my outlook on Bitcoin since we have a bunch of people here that are new. First off, thank you for the raid, Manias Loco. Very, very funny. Whenever he puts out his I'm going live with his little note, I literally laugh every day. Yeah. So XXT Bag just talked about the stream tomorrow. I'm doing a stream tomorrow with one of the co-founders of Cosmos, Jack Zamplin. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time, which is a little bit under 24 hours from right now. So we're going to have a co-founder of Cosmos in, co-founder of Sommelier, a big brain in the space. Since you guys are here, figured I'd tell you about it. A little bit under 24 hours from right now here, twitchtv.com/StackLabs. Appreciate you saying that too, XXT. But should be fun if you're into Cosmos. This is my look on Bitcoin right now, since we have a lot of people. Can I show my indicators? Yeah, sure. There you go. This is my custom indicator down at the bottom. It's a custom MACD. You can't get it unless you're a part of my Telegram room, but it is free. So here is my best level alpha for all of you new people that have just popped in. The trend is the most important thing to me in trading. Bitcoin is such a trending instrument, right? It goes up, it goes down. Like, how often in the history of Bitcoin have you seen it move left to right? It really doesn't. We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. So what's a trend? Of series of higher highs and higher lows, right? And we've had this series of lower lows and lower highs going back from the top at 69K. And we finally had a breakout of this DTL and made a higher high. Now, people go, oh my God, higher high, trend change. No, it is not. Okay, so when Manias Loco says we're going to 0, I'm not saying that he's wrong. What I'm saying is we have the first step of like a 3-step process to this thing really turning around. First one is a bit of a higher high, although that's questionable. We got right into resistance and rejected. The next one would be putting in a higher low somewhere. So when Manias Loco says we're going to 0, might, okay? But if we get any sort of higher low from this break of the trend, which is this line here, it's called the A line. I talk about it a lot. You get any sort of higher low here, that's step number 2 in this thing turning around. And the third step, which will make me flip full Bulltard, like full, I'm all in again, is taking out these highs. So if we get a higher low anywhere in here and then take out these highs, that is pretty good indication of a trend shift, of a trend change. All right. So looking good. First step is productive. We got a higher high. Second step, create a higher low. Third step, take out that higher high to create a new higher high. And that is the step. And Manias Loco is 100% right, okay? All of my premise of this is we can't give this up. We cannot give this up. If we give up these lows that we put in, I mean, you say 0, but I mean, it could be bad out here, okay? Bad. I gotta zoom out on my chart. I mean, yeah, 13K. That's a little extreme to me because I think that you'd probably see something here. The only reason why I say not 13K is previous all-time high, how I trade, and maybe, you know, you trade differently. You got the 200-week moving average, you have previous all-time high. That's where people would probably show up to buy it, in my opinion. There's a CME gap around 3,400. Good to know. Good to know. But, which by the way, Manias Loco, I'm pretty sure one of your tweet lead-ins or stream lead-ins the other day was like Bitcoin to $1 million. I don't remember if that was sarcastic or not, but if you're still here, and you may have left, if we get the higher low and a breakout and a trend change, what would you say then? You say Bitcoin to 13K. What if we get a breakout? What if we get a breakout? Just to 50 and then back down to 0? Because when we get through here, I don't see us stopping before 50. 50 would make sense. 14K? All right, we go to 50 and then back down to 14K. Maybe. All right. Yeah, all right. So from highs to lows, essentially you're saying the same thing, 72%. Back down to my 20K level. I can see that. But what if we don't break down? What if we don't break down? And again, I don't know if you or your viewers are into alts, but I'm literally having my biggest guest I've ever had on this show tomorrow. Jack Zamplin from Cosmos, Jack Zamplin from Sommelier, from the Interchain. He's going to be on here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Time. It's currently 3:20 Central Time. We'd love if you guys would join, because if you get more people to join for big guests, you generally get more. I'd love to return that favor any way I can. But I want to show out for this guy. Is that Central European time or Central Burger time? I am outside of Chicago, so that would be Central Time USA. And if you are interested, I do have a Telegram. I don't know where it is. Somebody can post it. But lately we've been Cosmos Maxis, and so doing far better than most. And maybe we're a little bit blind on that, but you know. I will say this, like there's a lot of people out there who stream and talk about shit. If you're a sub of my channel, you get access to the Discord. Hit me up on Telegram and I'll let you in. Before everybody else. It won't be a sub-only thing in the future. But right now, it is. What I was saying is, Manias Loco, Manias Loco, actually trades his screen, man. Like, his screen's up. You can see what he's doing, which takes balls. And he does. And I respect the shit out of that. This is what I'm thinking about Adam. Uh-oh. Ha! You know what? The funny thing about that is I don't even care. Because the more that I have learned about the token, about Adam, it actually has nothing to do with the success of the interchain. Will I get kicked once my sub runs out, or can I sub once for lifetime access? Yeah, if your sub runs out, you lose access. It's just it's an integration with Discord. But anyway, a lot of people don't understand how Adam works. Adam actually has nothing to do with the interchain at large. A lot of people think that it does. Well, it doesn't. So I really do not care if Adam goes to 0. I really don't care. Because of all the things I own in the Cosmos ecosystem, Adam is probably my smallest. Adam is probably my smallest. Important price movement? Yeah, that's fine. C Main, thank you for the sub. For me, I don't care about price. For me, it's an important price movement. Yeah. Perhaps. I haven't actually looked at the Adam chart once I realized that it's kind of irrelevant. And a lot of you are probably sitting there going, but Jared, you talk about Cosmos all the time. I do. I do. But again, once you learn about this, you realize that Adam has very little to do with the success of the entire ecosystem. Very little to do. So yeah, I mean, if this breaks down on Adam and you can't hold that, yeah, 10, 11 bucks, 10, 11 bucks. By the way, since there's 100 of you here, I guess I could introduce who I am. My name is Jared Phillips. I'm on Twitter. You can see my name right there, JM+EV. I've been in crypto since 2019, so not that long. But I've been a trader for 12 years. Started trading equities. Started trading futures a long, long time ago. And so classically trained technical analyst, focusing on the macro. And then I found crypto and kind of fell in love with crypto. So now I spend my time with my friends in my Telegram room and on Twitter and everywhere, hunting down everything from NFTs to, exploring new chains. And if you're not into the Cosmos ecosystem, into the interchain, you will be soon, because the interchain is what ETH 2.0 wants to be. And it does it at the speed of Solana, effectively, because they parse out their workload to their different app chains. And Juno is the one thing that pulls that all together. So that's a bit about me. I've been a trader for 12 years. I've been a trader for 12 years. Have you been successful? Yeah. Yes. And go blue. Hell yeah. Go blue. Ooh. Yeah. That is funny. You know, when I first was asking about Juno, I was talking to Camel and I said, you know, so is it safe to say that Juno will be the speed of Solana? And he said, well, technically the stated transactions per second is not that of Solana. But if you actually look at reliability in speed, Juno is faster than Solana. Which is very, very funny. Which is very funny. So, best alt to buy spot right now? It depends on if you trade on chain or not, Truman, because 2022 has so far been the year of the Cosmos. And just like, let me give you this example, okay? This is Juno. This is what I've been talking about. This is Juno, and Juno is the most important alt in the entire Cosmos ecosystem. I'm using the term Cosmos ecosystem because that's the best way for people that don't understand it to understand it, but essentially the interchain. And so what we have been on, because we've been talking about this since it was $7, $8, was this alt. This probably does not look like most of the alts that you look at. Because while everybody else has been getting their ass kicked, we're up over 3x. And this is $1 billion market cap. Here are the stats. Okay. So we've been absolutely crushing it because 2022 truly is going to be the year of the Cosmos. And what that means is it's chains coming together, the multi-chain. If you've listened to Vitalik talk anytime recently, he's talked about how important this is. That chains coming together where they can shoulder their own load and not bog down like Ethereum has or like Solana has, and be able to offload what they do to other chains is where everything's moving. That's what ETH 2.0 is with their sharding system and with their rollups. They're essentially trying to do the same stuff. Okay, fine. Juno is what sits in between all of the different app chains within the Cosmos. Let me show you. Okay. These are all the different blockchains within Cosmos. Okay. The reason why I said I don't really care if Atom token goes down is because Atom is just the token for the Cosmos hub within the ecosystem. It actually has nothing to do with the ecosystem itself. And Juno is the first of its kind interchain smart contracts. COSM-WASM, CW20 token standard. And so if you're catching my drift on this, what Juno is effectively going to be is the thing that operates in between each chain. So do you want to be the guy digging for gold nuggets, or do you want to be the guy selling the shovels? I'm selling the shovels with Juno. If my thesis is the interchain is going to be leading growth in crypto for the next year, which it is, then I'm going to sell the shovels with Juno, which will allow them to be separate blockchains, but one smart contract that allows you to transact on all of them. And that's Juno. So when you ask what is the best one right now, it's Juno. But if you don't know anything about Juno or the Cosmos ecosystem, you're going to be like, why would I even do that? And you're right. You got to go do your research. But like, it's not even close. If you are into crypto for like the dream about what crypto could be, there's nothing better. My price prediction for Juno, if BTC does not shit the bed, which is a great question. I appreciate you qualifying that, because you're right. There is a point where if Bitcoin breaks down, even though this is by the way, this is the strongest token in crypto. It has been. It has been. And if you go back and check my streams on Twitch, we've been talking about this thing for months. And it's the strongest token in crypto right now. I think it's a top 25 token. That's my target. I think Juno is a top 25 token. 25 right now is Bitcoin Cash, inexplicably. That's my first target on Juno. Non-financial advice, your own research, yada, yada, yada. Somebody asked, why is Ultra Carbon? What is it and why is it off to the side? It's probably because they're going to onboard IBC, but they have not yet. So they're like shown in this like gearing up mode, right? Okay, hold on. I didn't see what the question was. Is Atom price? I don't even see where that question was asked. Oh, does Atom price depend for Juno? Not at all. That's what I was trying to say. Like, this is why, if you're new to the idea of the Cosmos ecosystem or the interchain and what we're talking about, like, you need to have a level set of expectations, right? Within Ethereum, you have Ethereum, okay? Everything operates on the application layer of Ethereum. So Aave, YFI, Uniswap, even OpenSea, even though it doesn't have a token, all operates at the application layer of Ethereum, which means that almost every pair within Ethereum is traded against Ethereum, right? Like YFI ETH or Uni ETH or whatever it is. And so because the base LP in almost everywhere that you can trade those tokens is Ethereum, and if Ethereum dumps, then all the alts dump with it. That is not the case with Cosmos, okay? Because if here's Ethereum and Aave sits within it and Ethereum dumps, it takes it with it, right? Well, what the interchain does is essentially, I have Juno, but it's its own blockchain. It is not Juno as a part of Atom. They're connected because they can talk to each other through the Cosmos SDK, but it is not like Juno sits within Atom. It has nothing to do with it. They're just connected. They're separate hubs within the ecosystem. So it does not matter what happens to Atom. Juno is its own blockchain. It's like saying, let's say Bitcoin is moving sideways. There's no Bitcoin volatility. Saying that Juno has to rely upon Atom's price is like saying that Avalanche token is dependent on Solana's price. Like, would you ever say, like, so are you saying that Avalanche will go down because Solana breaks down? No, you wouldn't, because they're separate blockchains. It has nothing to do with it. That's the exact same idea. So that's my advice. And that's my target. And this is where me and all my friends got in. So to be fair, you're buying our 3X, but we're not selling. So do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. And again, if you want to learn more about this stuff, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, Jack Zamplin, co-founder of Cosmos, Atom, core contributor to Juno, co-founder of Sommelier, right here. Let's ask him. Okay, so here's a good question. If you want to get into Juno now, would you DCA or just dump it all in at these prices? I would DCA. Just because it's had a pump. If it got back down to here, at like $19, $20, yeah, YOLO in. You should. Truman says, do you think Juno will get listed on exchange where it's available for futures trading? Here's the beautiful part about Juno. Fair launched, no VCs. Team vesting is over 12 years. So if an exchange wants to list Juno, they've gone on record to say, fine, come buy it. We're not giving you shit. We're not doing anything. If you want to list Juno, then go for it. But you got to come buy it. Because there are no VCs. The team has a 12-year vesting schedule. This was completely fair launched. So I hope they do. Because they'll have to come in and put in millions of dollars to buy the tokens they need to list it. Which would be hilarious. But yeah, there's no bit of Juno that's going to be like, here, Binance, list our token, please. No, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yes, it is. So like we've talked about, there's very little bear case for Juno. And it's got none of the usual bullshit you see with alts, like a VC being like, oh, we're up 500x, so we're just going to dump and suppress price forever. And you got to wait for them to get out of their position. You don't have that. I'm sure you guys have noticed this. I didn't call it out earlier, but we're battling with the 50 right now. The 50 MA. You can see it on Bitcoin. And we're holding it. Which is impressive. If you want to join my Telegram, there's the link. If you are a sub, you get access to the Discord early. Pretty soon it'll be ready for everybody, but right now just for subs. And tomorrow we got Jack coming forward. After that, a lot more guests. Many, many more. Ugh. What a joke. All right. I'm gonna stream for 2 hours. That's usually about the time that I cut it. I do not know how to raid, but I feel like I should pay it forward. Hit me up on Telegram. Yep. Anybody have a stream I should raid? I really don't know right now. The people that I follow are not online. I want to raid one of these people that has like no followers. I gotta turn off my music so I can see what this dude's saying. All right, I'm looking. It's just a big information page. That's not fun. All right, go back. Raid. Bitcoin. Have I heard about A0? No, I haven't. Your dude's got a live soundtrack. Thank you, Diver. Appreciate you.
Be made that could obviously explode the situation.
Panetta says the proposed sanctions on Russia's energy sector.
I can't even find somebody worth doing it.
Concern for Russian President
Will there be chat questions tomorrow for the Juno crew? I would advise you get them to me ahead of time. If you have questions, let me know. Like I will try to get them all kind of put together, but we don't have a ton of time. So if you have something you want me to ask, get it to me now. Because I can't guarantee that I'll be able to.
Out of here. Whatever's between my fucking legs, bro.
All right, well, this guy's a little intense. I'm not going to do that.
So we're at 141 followers, guys. Rude. I got this. Yeah. If you come last, you've got this. You've won this. I think we played this one the other day.
You know what's interesting about crypto, searching crypto on Twitch is you really never know what you're going to get. All right, we got the guy who says his name's Trader.
Hand and shoulders. Oops. So, patterns are forming because of things we do or fail to do. And then we have re-achievements and such. Can I do this correctly? Let's see. Lose. Re-achieve. It's forming because of levels we are supposed to hold or not. So, because once we same stuff. So patterns are forming because of things we will.
All right, so I understand that when I do this. Oh, tomorrow. All right, sick. People on YouTube are still watching, right? Like, if you're on YouTube, can you see me right now? I think you can. Amazing.
de prueba y error, pero
All right, I don't know what happened there, but I'm signing off. Someone's got to tell me how to do raids.
5 to the 4 to the 3, 2, 1.
Word.
See you guys tomorrow.